Hello and welcome to the first episode of Possedla Academy, where we will dive deep into the saddle customization. I'm a guy who spent more time on a bike saddle than I'd like to admit, but let me tell you a little about how I got there. Cycling has always been a part of my life. My dad used to be an avid mountain biker, and growing up, I'd watch him compete in amateur races. He got me onto wheels quite early, but I didn't catch the cycling bug as deeply as he did, at least not until I moved to New York back in 2015. And that's where things changed. I started commuting on a fixie because, well, that's just what you do in New York. And I completely fell in love with the simplicity of riding. Soon after, I got a road bike, joined some local cycling clubs, started racing, and even got into bikepacking. It wasn't long before cycling became my true obsession. Fast forward to 2020, I moved back to the Czech Republic and reconnected with Martin, my childhood friend who also happened to be a passionate cyclist. During the endless miles of that strange COVID year of 2020, we went on multi-day bikepacking adventures, and let's just say we spent way too much time talking about saddle sores and discomfort. That's when the idea for Possedla was born, to create a custom saddle that's as unique as each rider. Now I ride about 10,000 kilometers a year, mostly on road and gravel, and still love the thrill of amateur racing and the freedom of bikepacking. Today I'm here to share my journey, my passion for cycling, and why we believe in the power of customization to make every ride better. Let's dive in. Possedla began with two passionate cyclists who couldn't understand why custom-made saddles weren't already a thing. We quickly learned why. Mass customization is no easy feat. But we couldn't let the idea go. Fueled by gallons of coffee, hundreds of prototypes, and endless hours of debate, often on the saddle, we created Joyseat, the world's first fully custom 3D printed saddle. What started as a two-person project has grown into a 15-strong team, with big plans for the future. Custom saddles are just the beginning. People often ask us, what does Possedla mean? Well, it's a bit of a play on words in Czech. The name combines possed, as in position, sedla, which means saddles, and posedlost, obsession, is the perfect way to describe what we are all about: finding the perfect position on the bike, creating the ultimate saddle, and yes, being a little obsessed with cycling. It's our passion, our craft, and what gets us out of bed and onto the bike every morning. So let's talk about something almost every cyclist has struggled with: finding the perfect saddle. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it's actually one of the biggest challenges in cycling. Here's a fact: nearly half of the cycling population, or 45% to be exact, experiences pain in their buttocks during or after a ride. And it's not just occasional discomfort. For many riders, it's enough to affect their performance or even keep them off the bike altogether. Think about that. Half of us aren't enjoying the ride as much as we should. Now, to be fair, saddle manufacturers have tried to address this issue. Most mass-produced saddles come in a few different sizes, usually based on medians pulled from population data measurements. They even offer variations in shape to cater different riding styles. But there's the problem. It's still like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Every rider is unique, and the odds of finding a saddle that truly fits your anatomy, riding style, and preferences are quite slim. That's where we make the difference. At Possedla, we thought, what if we flip the script? Instead of forcing you to adapt to a saddle, why not to create a saddle that adapts to you? That's how the idea of Possedla and our Joyseat was born. Collaborating with NMS Market Research, we've spent years analyzing cycling behavior and the impacts of discomfort, revealing that half of the cyclists suffer from saddle-related pain, with women affected even more significantly at 55%. Alarmingly, many riders endure issues like numbness and chafing without seeking solutions, often due to uncertainty or the hope that it will resolve itself. Creating a custom saddle isn't just about manufacturing, it's about building something that fits you perfectly. So let me walk you through the process that makes this possible. It all starts with our Smiling Butt Kit. When you order a Joyseat, we send you this kit to capture the imprint of your sit bones. This step is crucial because it gives us precise data about your anatomy, down to the millimeter. And here's the fun part. Once you made your imprint, you'll take 9 photos of it from different angles and upload them to our configurator. Using photogrammetry, we create a detailed 3D model of your imprint, pinpointing the exact position of your sit bones. What's great is that you don't have to send the kit back to us. You get to keep it. Some of our customers even hang it on their wall as a proud reminder of their custom saddle journey. Once you've made your imprint and uploaded the images in the configurator, you'll answer questions about your cycling habits, preferences, and needs. Are you more of a roadie or a mountain biker? How flexible are you? How much do you ride? This information helps us understand how you interact with your bike, which is just as important as the physical data from your imprint. Now comes the customization process. We tailor 3 critical aspects of the saddle: size, shape, and stiffness, or as we like to call it, the 3S system. Go ahead, try saying 3S quickly a few times in a row. It's tricky, isn't it? But now seriously, these elements are the foundation of what makes Joyseat truly custom. So let's talk about size. The Joyseat is available in 40 different widths, ranging from 130 to 170 millimeters. This ensures the saddle perfectly matches the width of your sit bones for optimal support. Second, the shape. Based on your riding style and flexibility, we adjust the saddle's profile, whether you need a flat design for aggressive road cycling or a more curved shape for mountain biking, we've got you covered. Last but not least, stiffness. Using data like your BMI, age, gender, and annual mileage, we customize the padding's firmness. This ensures you get the right balance of support and comfort where you need it most. From here, we use advanced parametric modeling and 3D printing technology to produce the final saddle. Some of you ask, how accurate are those 9 pictures and how does the software works? So, the 9 photos you take of your sit bones imprint are incredibly accurate, thanks to photogrammetry and the technology behind it. By analyzing those images from multiple angles, we can create a precise 3D model of your imprint. That helps us identify the exact position of your sit bones down to the millimeter. This level of detail ensures that every Joyseat is tailored to your unique anatomy. But I don't sit on my bike in an upright position, I hear you ask. Well, we are aware of the difference of the posture by taking the measurement and of sitting on the bike. This is why we combine the measured value with other parameters such as flexibility, the riding style, and the bike type to adjust the value and make the custom saddle in perfect width or size for you and your riding preferences. Another question that we frequently get is about how accurate the system is without seeing the client in person. And the answer is, it is absolutely accurate. That's the beauty of our system. It's designed to work from comfort of your home. The Smiling Butt Kit captures all the critical data that we need, and the detailed questionnaire fills in the rest. Together, this data allows us to create a saddle that fits as if you had visited us in person. How is Joyseat manufactured? The Joyseat is a feat of engineering, innovation, and craftsmanship, made right here in the Czech Republic. Material selection was critical to ensuring durability, comfort, and sustainability. For the saddle's padding, we use thermoplastic polyurethane, or TPU, which offers the perfect balance of flexibility and support. For the base and rails, we rely on carbon fiber for its strength and lightweight. Post-processing involves fine-tuning of the printed parts, assembling the saddle, and conducting rigorous quality checks and ensuring it meets our standards before it reaches your bike. What makes this even more special is our commitment to sustainability. By manufacturing locally in northern Bohemia, we reduce waste and avoid overproduction. Each saddle is made to order, reflecting our promise to think globally and act locally. Let's dive into the technical side of the saddle, because every detail matters when it comes to performance and comfort. First, the saddle's weight ranges from 150 to 220 grams depending on your specific configuration. Its length is 250 millimeters, featuring a semi-short nose for added versatility. The width, customized to your sit bones, spans from 130 to 170 millimeters. The rails are oval-shaped, measuring 9 by 7 millimeters, compatibility with most modern seat posts. And for durability, the Joy Seat supports a maximum load of 100 kilograms, making it strong enough for a wide range of riders. But here's something to look forward to. This spring, we are launching an exciting new addition to our lineup. The Joy Seat will have a new option available that will feature round 7x7mm metal rails and a reinforced polymer shell, increasing the weight limit up to 120 kilograms. It's designed to cater even more cyclists while maintaining the same level of customization and comfort, so stay tuned. Over the past 4 years, Possedla has solved the saddle fitting challenge for thousands of riders in more than 40 countries. As more brands start offering 3D printed saddles, we think it's time to have an honest conversation about what makes us different. Let's start with customization. At Possedla, we create fully custom saddles designed to fit the unique shape of each rider's body. With an unlimited range of widths from 130 to 170 millimeters, a personalized shape and stiffness tailored to your exact pressure points, we eliminate any doubts about whether the saddle is the right fit for you. It's a solution built entirely around your needs, no compromises. Now let's talk about the one-to-one concept, which is the closest thing to our offering available elsewhere. While this approach includes some level of customization, it's limited to predefined saddle shapes and widths. Adjustments are made only to the stiffness, based on the pressure points. And here's the catch: it requires an in-person fitting with selected partners. That makes it less accessible and far less personalized compared to the Possedla's remote, data-driven approach. Finally, there are mass-produced 3D printed saddles, which are widely available but come with significant limitations. These saddles typically offer just a handful of widths and shapes, making it difficult to find the one that truly fits. The process often turns into a frustrating cycle of trial and error, buying, trying, replacing saddles until you land on something that's just good enough. At Possedla, we are proud to manufacture our saddles right here in the Czech Republic, and there are 3 key reasons why we've chosen to keep production local. First, local production. The Czech Republic has everything needed to create world-class bike components, from high-quality materials to cutting-edge technology and a skilled workforce. We don't need to rely on imports from faraway countries. And by keeping production local, we can ensure the highest standards at every step from design to delivery. Second, the expertise. Saddle manufacturing is more than just making a product. It's a blend of science, engineering, and craftsmanship. It requires knowledge of materials, engineering, composites, and 3D printing technology, combined with industrial design and parametric modeling. And on top of that, understanding the biomechanics of cycling is crucial to creating a saddle that truly fits. And the Czech Republic has a long tradition of innovation, and we've built a team of experts to bring all of it together. Finally, sustainability. We believe in thinking globally, acting locally, and this is more than just a slogan for us. By manufacturing in North Bohemia, our home region, where we are honoring our roots and the local heritage of craftsmanship. This approach minimizes our carbon footprint and avoids the inefficiencies of global supply chains, all while supporting the community that inspires us. So at Possedla, we are not just making saddles, we are building a sustainable, high-quality product that reflects our values and our commitment to the cycling community. Let's take a deep dive into your saddle configuration. What will your Joy Seat be like? Before we make you a saddle, we need to get to know you a little bit. Whatever you tell us now will be used against you. I mean, to make the final design of your saddle, of course. You have a few short blocks of questions in front of you, but don't worry, they will only take a few minutes. Making an extraordinary saddle starts with ordinary questions and photos of your smiling butt kid. You'll need to upload a set of 9 photographs that match the following parameters. Please pay close attention. They have visible white QR tags. They are high quality and uncompressed, ideally 2 to 10 megabytes per photo, and they are sharp and taken without flash. Now let's go to the configuration. First, you will need to tell us about your bike. Of course, we are curious to know what you ride. But more importantly, the type of bike has a major influence on the final shape of the saddle. It's just that every terrain demands its own version. So the type of bike significantly influences the final shape of the saddle. A road bike saddle will be flatter, while on a mountain bike saddle will have a more significant longitudinal curve. For example, the triathlon version has more padding in the nose, and if you choose an e-bike option, we won't judge you, but we will add a little extra padding for your comfort. So now, tell us a little bit more about your riding style. Your annual mileage will reveal some essential information, your fitness level, and to what extent is your butt accustomed to the saddle. We consider this parameter together with your average ride, length, and riding style. The higher your mileage, the stiffer the padding on your saddle will be. Now, how many hours on average do you spend in the saddle? We bet it's less than you'd like. However, typical riding time affects the stiffness and the shape of the saddle. What type of a cyclist are you? Your riding style will greatly influence the final shape of a saddle. As a general rule, the more aggressive the position, the flatter the saddle. Recreational riders rely more on the back of the sit bones, performance riders on the middle, and the more aggressive riders on the front. Now tell us what part of the saddle you put most of your weight in. Is it more the back, and do you sit primarily on your sit bones? Or is it primarily the front part of the saddle and you sit on the nose in an almost time trial position? Neither position is right or wrong. This information will help us better design the key parts of your saddle. How sensitive are you to sores on your sit bones? For riders who are less able to tolerate pressure on the sit bones, we make the saddle softer with more padding. How flexible you are and why is it important? This key parameter determines your saddle's topography, how we shape and pad the saddle. And what about your hamstrings? In addition to pelvic and spinal flexibility, it is important to find out how stretched or shortened your hamstrings are. Gender, age, height, and weight. The different anatomy of the pelvis requires different shapes and different stiffness of the padding in the different zones of the saddle. And we know how to guarantee a healthy and a comfortable ride for both men and women. And now for what you're most looking forward to, saddle with your signature. Joyseat could never have been created without you. It is imprinted with your qualities and your name, or any other 12 characters you choose. All the colors of the rainbow? Almost. Would you like to match the color of the insert with your handlebar tape, the shoes, or the grips? Black is the base color, but you can choose from 7 other shades. And that's it. Click submit to send us all the data. After that, we'll get to work making your saddle. In 4 to 6 weeks, you can look forward to it. We'll let you know if the data is right, and just to be safe, keep the smiling butt kit for a while, in case we still need it. Durability. Durability is a question we get a lot, and I'm proud to say that the Joyseat is designed to go the distance. Each saddle is made using advanced materials like the TPU for the top layer, which provides flexibility and resilience, and carbon fiber for the base and rails, ensuring strength without adding unnecessary weight. Our 3D printed padding maintains its performance over tens of thousands of kilometers. Some of our test riders have logged over 30,000 kilometers on a single Joyseat without any loss of quality or comfort. Plus, if the top layer ever shows anywhere, it can be reprinted and replaced, extending the life of your saddle even further. With regular care, the Joyseat isn't just durable, it's built to be your long-term cycling companion. Satisfaction guarantee. At Possedla, we know how important it is to get your saddle just right. That's why we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee with every Joyseat. Once your custom saddle arrives, you have 60 days to test it out, and if you're not completely satisfied, we will work with you to adjust the saddle or even reprint if needed. And if it still doesn't meet your expectations, you can return it for a refund. It's all part of our promise to give you the confidence and comfort you deserve on every ride. The future at Possedla is looking exciting, and we're just getting started. You've already heard about the new Joyseat option we're launching soon, with round metal rails and increased weight limit of 120 kilograms. But we are not stopping there. Our next innovation will take customization to your handlebars with custom bicycle grips. Whoop! Where are they? Using the unique parameters of your hands, like size, grip style, and riding preferences, we'll create grips that will feel like an extension of you and your bike. We are super stoked about what's ahead, and can't wait to share these groundbreaking products with you. I was super excited to see how many of you were interested in this class and how many of you submitted a few questions. So let me just read through them and answer them to best of my abilities. So I would say enjoy the process. Don't stress about speed or distance right away. We have this saying in Czech that goes, cycling is about the journey, not the destination. And don't forget to wave to other cyclists. It's the unspoken rule of the road. Don't be the mean guy who doesn't wave. Another question is somewhat similar, and it's about the piece of advice I would give to someone who is starting cycling when they are 25 plus. So what would it be? Oof. Well, this is something that relates to me personally because I also picked up cycling more when I was in my late 20s. So I would say get comfortable before you get competitive. A good bike fit and a proper gear makes a world of difference. I also think that you should be patient with yourself. It's never too late to start, and every ride makes you stronger. It seems that people want to hear lots of my advices. If I could give a piece of advice to a fellow startup founder, what would it be? You should find a problem that truly matters to your audience and solve it better than anyone else. Well, I don't know if this is a good tip because that's obviously what everyone wants to achieve, but this was our case, and yeah. What quote or a motto do you live by? Well, that's obvious. No pressure, just joy, both in cycling and life. So I ride a gravel bike with a saddle that has a white insert and a road bike that has a black insert. I think that I have a lot of bizarre things, but I have this cycling shirt with buttons made of carbon fiber, and naturally I got it because the buttons make the shirt lighter. Who wouldn't want to save a few grams for performance, right? What's a cycling dream you've already achieved? I guess bringing Posedla to where it is today has been a dream come true, sort of. And I'm also incredibly proud of our annual 300k ride from Prague to Varnsdorf and back, which gathers around 50 like-minded cycling-obsessed individuals. And it's not just a ride, you know, it's a celebration of community and a shared passion. Plus, my mom makes this meatloaf for everyone, and the participants speak about it for the rest of the year. So that's a dream come true. What do you predict for the future of cycling, both amateur and professional? So I think that technology will continue shaping cycling, from smart gear to things like AI-enhanced training plans. I think inclusivity will become a bigger focus, making cycling more accessible for everyone. And probably, you know, the big hype around gravel is here to stay. I think it blends the freedom of adventure and the thrill of challenge. And last but not least, whether you like it or not, I think e-bikes will also be a part of the cycling future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through what makes Posedla unique, from our custom joy seat saddles to the science and care behind every product we create. At the heart of everything we do is a simple goal: to help you ride further, faster, and with more joy than ever before. Whether it's finding your perfect saddle, taking care of your comfort, or looking ahead to exciting innovations like custom grips, we are here to make sure every ride is your best one yet. But now, we want to hear from you. What topics, questions, or ideas would you like us to explore in future episodes? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments or reach out to us directly. So until next time, stay comfortable, keep pedaling, and as always, no pressure, just joy.